Hello everyone, this is your Mahavir sir. Today I am here to discuss the upcoming SA1 SSLC Midterm Model Question Paper. Welcome back to my channel, that is Mahavir Jain Academy. So let's today discuss the model question paper number 1 and try to understand the varieties of question, the pattern, how they ask the questions, how they give the marks, and majorly today we are going to concentrate how exactly you are supposed to write the answer if so and so question is asked, because you know the concept. But only problem with the current generation of the students is they don't know how to write the exact answer for the question, even though they know the concept clearly. So let us discuss all those things and try to understand this SA1 model question paper, which I have personally prepared thinking in upcoming exam, that is September month, the exam which is there, the science exam. So that I'm considering and prepared this question paper. Let us try to understand without wasting any sort of time. Now see the first question here. They are given the equation over here and they are asking what is question. The type of above chemical reaction is 3 MCQ will be there. This is the first MCQ in the chemistry part. After that we'll discuss biology, then the physics one. So 4 options are there: combination, decomposition, double displacement, displacement. By seeing the reaction, you should know which type of reaction it is. As we all know that combination reaction means what we know, that is 2 or more reactant combined together to form the single product. Yes. Decomposition, single reactant will break down to form 2 or more product. Double displacement, mutual exchange of ions takes place. Displacement reaction, more reactive element displaces the less reactive element from its compound to form aluminum oxide and iron. That means aluminum will displace the iron from its oxide and form the aluminum oxide, and iron is displaced. So that's the reason it is a type of which type of reaction? It is a type of displacement reaction. Along with me, there are around 50 plus excellent English medium school Bijapur students who are there in hostel. So we are going to discuss the second question. The gas, see here, the gas liberated at the cathode in the electrolysis of water. So many times you get confused, right? I will tell on hint. Anode means anode, O, oxygen. Cathode, that is hydrogen. They are asking the cathode, that means hydrogen is the correct option. Sometimes in this MCQs also they will ask the question about the oxidation and the reduction. So this is my 3 guesses. So let us see how the question paper will be set by the board. Now see the next question over here. They are telling a metal oxide that reacts with the both acids and base to produce a salt and water. So 4 options are there. In that the correct option is the aluminum or aluminum oxide or zinc oxide. They behave both as acid as well as base depending on the what they are reacting with. Here the correct option is the aluminum. Hope this is clear. Now next. So these are all the in chemistry part. 3 MCQs will be there. Then next one, 3 1 marks questions will be there. You can see here 3 into 1, 3 marks. 3 1 marks questions will be there. Any sort of questions will be coming, but this is what I thought might come or related to this concept. The questions might arise. Let us try to understand. The first question is, packets of the chips are flushed with the, see here, nitrogen gas. Why? What is the reason? We know what is rancidity. The fat or oil containing food items will get oxidized to produce the bad smell and taste, and hence it is undergo the rancidity. So how to prevent that? One is refrigerator, keeping refrigerator antioxidants. One such antioxidant where they are using the nitrogen gas. They pass the nitrogen gas into chips packet so that the oily chips will not get rancid. So to prevent chips from getting oxidized or to prevent rancidity, nitrogen gas is flushed in the chips packet. Very simple. Sometimes they ask this question. If they skip this here 1 marks questions of the rancidity, then they will ask for 2 marks. What is rancidity and how to prevent the rancidity? Yes, clear everyone? Yes? Very good. Next 1 marks question, see here. Name the acid present in the stinging hair of the nettle leaves. Or they might ask ant sting. So the answer would be methanoic acid. Apart from that, you know, tomato oxalic acid is there, vinegar, acetic acid is there. citrus and citrus acid is there in the lemon and orange, and one more, lactic acid in the curd. One more, tamarind tartaric acid will be there. Okay, now see here. Next one, name the related to this antacid. One question will come. Antacids are nothing but the mild base, not strong base. Magnesium hydroxide. Yes. Now see there. Name the antacid used to neutralize excess of acid in the stomach. We can call it as magnesium hydroxide, or we can call it as milk of magnesia, which is a mild base. We will not use strong base as an antacid. We use the moderate or mild base as an antacid. Hope these three questions which carries 1 mark is clear. Next one is of 2 marks questions. How many 2 marks questions they will ask? Yes, 3 2 marks questions. So total this section will carry 6 marks. So 3 questions are over here. Now, if they don't ask oxidation reduction for the MCQs and all, they'll directly come and ask in the 1 marks or 2 marks over here. If you are lucky, you will get 2 marks very easily. See there, what is oxidation reaction? In the reaction, zinc oxide plus carbon, zinc and carbon monoxide, identify the reactant that is oxidized and that is reduced. Oxidized and that is reduced. See, what is oxidation reaction? Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen for any element of the compound is called oxidation reaction. Here they are given zinc oxide plus carbon. Now see here, from which is oxidized. See, from the zinc oxide, oxygen is being removed to form the zinc. So removal of oxygen is called as a reduction. To this carbon, oxygen is being added. Carbon has converted into carbon monoxide. That means carbon has undergone oxidation. We should write properly. What? Zinc oxide is reduced and carbon is oxidized. Write it properly. Remember. Hope this is clear. Fine. Let them give you any example. You just check from the reactant side only will mention which is oxidized and reduced. Do not take anything from the product side. Yes? Clear? Reduction means what? Addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. Oxidation means to any of the element or compound if oxygen is being added or hydrogen is being removed. Hope this is clear. Yes? So next one, 21st question, see here. Considering the following salts, which of these salts will give acidic solution, neutral solution and basic solutions and all in their aqueous state and all? Definitely acidic solutions are sodium carbonate and this one is sodium acetate. So these are acidic in nature. Neutral salts, sodium chloride and potassium sulfate, and basic salts are anything which contains the ammonium salt. Ammonium chloride and ammonium sulfate are the basic solutions. Hope this is clear. Fine. So one more question, if I am not wrong. Yes. Draw the diagram of the apparatus used in the electrolysis of water. They ask you to label graphite, anode and cathode. This is a fixed question. Two diagrams in the chemistry which will be the weightage of 5 marks. That is, one is the reaction of the zinc with the sulfuric acid, that is hydrogen gas liberation, or the Popson diagram, and electrolysis of water. Compulsory they will ask. Practice it. Very simple diagram. Use a scale while drawing the diagram. Do not draw any chemistry diagram with the free hand and all. Okay, your parents have got you scale, rubber, pencil and all. You make use of that. If not, buy it and purchase it. In exam class, please do not ask somebody, give me pencil, give me a rubber. You are going to write the board exam. Yes or no? Huh? So, be ready with all those things. Few days remaining for your SA1 exam, board exam. First term. Again, now, these 3 questions will carry the weightage of 3 marks. Okay. So, let us try to understand these 3 questions over here. Yes. So, already I made one video of the most expected 30 questions for the science, which might be coming in the SA1 exam. Please go back to my channel and go and have a look on top 30 questions in science which will appear in each and every midterm or the board exams and all. It is there available in my YouTube channel, Mahavir Jain. academy. Yes. Now see here, what happens? See, always do not get panic by seeing the question and all. It will be nothing will be there. It's very simple questions will be there. You need to try to understand first question, then you go ahead and write the answers and all. Fine. Now what they trying to tell you? What happens when carbon dioxide gas is passed through the lime water, and why does the precipitate will disappear on passing excess amount of carbon dioxide? Very simple thing here. Let us try to understand. See, you should know all the compounds. What is the common name? What is the chemical name? And what is the chemical formula? That is must. If you don't know that, now they're telling lime water. And if you don't know what is the chemical formula or the chemical name for lime water, then 3 marks gone. Yes or no? Lime water, calcium hydroxide. Quick lime, calcium oxide. Limestone, calcium carbonate or marble. Yes or no? So you should know all those things. See, when we pass the carbon dioxide into lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, it will form the white precipitate of calcium carbonate plus water. This is example of precipitation reaction, as there is a formation of the white precipitate of calcium carbonate. Now they are telling what happens when excess amount of carbon dioxide is passed through this solution. The white precipitate will disappear. The milkiness will fade away. What is the reason behind that? Now see here. This calcium carbonate is formed over here, right? Yes or no? Yes. After formation of calcium carbonate, again if you keep on passing the carbon dioxide into this particular solution, this particular calcium carbonate and water will react with the carbon dioxide. See here, calcium carbonate, water, again they react with the excess carbon dioxide which is passed, and they will form the calcium hydrogen carbonate. This particular compound is, remember, soluble in water. Soluble in water or dissolve in water. That's the reason the insoluble particle of the calcium carbonate or the white precipitate of the calcium carbonate will disappear. The milkiness will fade away. Clear this concept? Very important question. Sometimes they ask this one. Next question is for 3 marks. This is 100% sure. SA1. Again, this question will come, and this diagram they keep on asking. How many times they ask, we don't know. Draw the diagram showing the arrangement of the apparatus for the reaction between the zinc granules with the dilute sulfuric acid and testing the hydrogen gas by burning zinc. So they ask you to label zinc granules and delivery tube, or sometimes they ask you to label the soap solution, or sometimes hydrogen gas. See, when you're drawing the test tube diagram, when you draw the test tube, zinc granules will be at the bottom only. Label in that way. Zinc granules will be at the bottom. Hydrogen gas bubbles will be at the top. Hydrogen gas. Understanding? And here there will be a delivery tube. This is delivery tube. And here somewhere there will be the soap solution. Okay? Fine? Clear with this 3 marks question? So we discussed 2 questions. One more question is there. Let us try to understand that question. What is that question? Here comes jig 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 jack. What is that song? Jing 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 jing. Sairat. Sairat. Once upon a time, Sairat was very good movie. Okay, fine. Now see here. Simultaneously, understand the question. It's very simple. See here. What they're trying to tell here. Simultaneously, red and blue litmus papers are dipped in the brine solution. Where they are dipped? In the brine means what? Aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. Red and blue litmus are being dipped into this brine solution. Aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide we call it as brine solution. Understand that. And in the aqueous product produced by subjecting that solution into electrolysis. So when this solution, bright solution, when subjected to the what? I am extremely sorry. Brine solution, you guys are sitting quiet. Are you mad or what? Okay, just tell me if I am doing wrong. What is brine solution? Aqueous solution of sodium chloride, not sodium hydroxide. I'm extremely sorry for that. Okay, aqueous solution of sodium chloride is called as brine solution. So, on passing the electric current to this solution, on electrolysis, what changes do you observe in the litmus paper? Support your answer with the reasons. What exactly is happening over here? Let us try to understand. Then we'll go for this question. Then what will happen? This sodium chloride will react with the water to form the sodium hydroxide, which is a base. Then definitely red litmus paper will change into blue in color, and blue litmus paper will remain same. When we put red and blue litmus paper into the brine solution, that is a NaCl solution, no color will be changed. NaCl is neutral. But on passing the electric current, it will react with the water to form the compound so-called sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is what? It's a base. Then what will happen to the litmus paper? Red litmus paper will change into the blue in color. Blue litmus paper will remain same. So you should explain that. Let us try to understand what is given the answer over here. No color change is observed in the litmus paper dipped in the brine solution. Salt solution, no change. On passing the electric current, the red litmus paper dipped in the aqueous solution, product obtained by the electrolysis of brine solution turns the blue in color because of the formation of the sodium hydroxide. Okay, because it is a basic solution. You write properly. Here, little bit incomplete answer is given. So you should mention about the production of the sodium hydroxide, which is a base. Then the litmus paper red will change into blue in color. One more or question they will ask about the pH value. Again, I am telling you, this is also what? 100% sure, 100% sure that one question will come on the pH values. They're very simple. Some students, they just see the question and they get the panic. Oh, what is this pH values of 4 solutions are the A, B, C, D, 5, 12, 8, 9. What is this? They are very simple. They are just giving the pH values of 4 different solutions, and already they are given the name for that solution. You should consider that name only, PQRS. See here. Now they are given A, B, C, D. A means pH value is 5. B 12, C 8 and D 9. Okay, now what is the question? Arrange them in the increasing order of their hydrogen ion concentration. Which solution among them has strong basic property and why? Okay, strong basic first we will see. Strong basic property is having the solution B. It is having strong basic property as it is having more number of OH minus ion concentration or less number of H plus ion concentration. Now all this together they ask you to write in the increasing order of what? Increasing order of hydrogen ion concentration. That means acidic level should increase. So first we should write the least hydrogen ion concentration, that is the B. Yes or no? B is 12, least basic property, that is least H plus ion concentration. Then comes the D, then comes the C, then comes the A. This is the increasing order of their H plus ion concentration. Don't write like this, increasing order. B, D, C and all. Like this you should write, increasing order. Yes or no? Yes? Clear this question? Very simple, right? Yes, they are very simple. They are very simple. Now last question. What about? Correct. That is over what you discussed. Answer the following questions. Last one will be 4 marks questions in your SA1 board exam. 4 marks, one question will be there. Okay. Now don't get panic by seeing the question. It's very, very simple. Okay. Now see that. The metal X forms a water soluble salt, so called XNO3. We should find the XNO3. Okay. When an aqueous solution of the XNO3 is added to the common salt, that is NaCl, then white precipitate of the compound is formed along with the sodium nitrate solution. White precipitate along with that sodium nitrate. See, sodium, where it came from? Common salt. Metal X is said to be the best conductor of electricity, best conductor, and it does not evolve the hydrogen gas when put in a dilute hydrochloric acid. Exception is there. Some metals will not produce a what? Hydrogen gas. So here the metal X is the silver. The salt XNO3 is nothing but again silver nitrate AgNO3. Compound Y is a sodium chloride, that is a common salt, and chemical equation for this reaction is when silver nitrate react with the sodium chloride, already they given this sodium nitrate and we should write the silver chloride. Type of chemical reaction is the double displacement reaction, as there is a mutual exchange of ions are taking place between the nitrate and the chlorine ions. Very simple. This is of 4 marks. Step by step you are supposed to write the answer, and chemistry is subject where you can score very easily. They don't have chance to deduct the marks. At least in biology we can expect so many types of applied questions or the kind of case study or situation based questions and all. Chemistry, what they can ask, it's like mathematics subject. If you write, they cannot deduct the marks. You are not writing any paragraph and all. In terms of points, science is the subject to not to write any answer in terms of paragraph, whether it is physics, chemistry or biology. Always write those answers in terms of points. Make the points, write it properly, underline the important terms and all. Is it clear, everyone? Next one we are going to discuss about the biology. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about the questions of biology section. After this, physics will be handled by our colleague and friend, that is Amit sir. Okay, now let us go across the biology section. See, in biology also we will be having around 2 MCQ questions, because one question will carry for 5 marks weightage. 2 MCQ question. One such question here. See here. Plants get rid of excess of water by this process. Which process? Plants will throw out the water. That is the very simple transpiration. Okay, transpiration. Excess amount of water from the plant body will be thrown out into the atmosphere in the form of water vapor through the stomata. We call that process as what? Transpiration. Okay. Transportation of food to all the parts of the body from the leaf, translocation. Respiration, breaking down of the glucose in the presence of oxygen, respiration. Photosynthesis, you know very well. Yes. The hormones, that see, hormones, one question they will ask, plant and animal hormone, or sometimes they might go for 2 marks or 3 marks and all, based on the situations and all. Here they given the hormone that regulates the carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism, or metabolism of the carbohydrates, fats and proteins is done with the help of the hormone so called thyroxine. Which hormone? Thyroxine. Released by which gland? Secreted by which gland? Thyroid gland. Similarly, adrenaline gland will secrete the adrenaline hormone, which will help in the emergency situation. Pancreas will secrete the insulin hormone that will regulate the blood sugar level. Pituitary gland will secrete the growth hormone, which will regulate the growth in our body. Remember all these hormones. Yes? 1 mark. Very simple. The hormone that regulates this one, that is the option D. That is the thyroxine. Hope this is clear. 2 MCQs. Next one again we have 2 1 mark questions over here. Which hormone inhibits? See, inhibits means what? Stop the growth. Abscisic acid. Stop the growth. Wilting of leaves, shedding of leaves, ripening of the fruit. It is done with the help of the hormone so called abscisic acid, that is called as a growth inhibitor. Growth promoters, which and all are there? We have the auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin. Auxin will help in cell elongation, gibberellin stem elongation and leaf expansion, and cytokinin rapid cell division in the fruits and the seeds. What is the role of the acid in our stomach? See, it kills the germs, and the major role, it makes the acidic medium so that the pepsin enzyme can break down the proteins into amino acids. Yes, this is clear. Yes. To kill the germs entering the stomach. Along that, one more point also you can write what I said. So next section, okay, that is 13th section will carry the 3 questions, which will carry each carry how many marks? 2 questions. Or 2 questions, 3 questions. 3. See here. The 31st question, see here. How muscle cells respond for the nerve impulse? How muscle cells respond for the nerve impulse? neuromuscular junction will be there, where the nerve cells and the muscle cells are connected. Okay, so how they respond, they are telling. Okay, during reflex action we suddenly we withdraw our hand, right? Yes or no? Why? Because motor neuron is giving signal to which one effectors, so called the muscle cells. Now here the question what they are asking is, how does the muscle cell respond for the nerve impulse? Muscle cells receives the nerve. See, nerve impulse are carried only through the neuron, but when it comes to the muscles, they will be reaching in the form of chemical signals. Remember that. So muscle cells receives the nerve impulse from the neurons. Muscle cells convert the received electrical impulse or nerve impulse into chemical signals. Then the special proteins or the contractile proteins in the muscle cells change their shape and arrangement. Because of the chemical signal, the proteins help in changing the shape and the arrangement of the muscle cells. Due to this arrangement of the proteins, the muscle cells either elongate or they become short, which will help in contraction and relaxation of the muscles, in turn help in the movement of the muscles. This is clear, I think so. Yes, is it clear? This one is again so many times they ask, and if my guess is right, again this midterm exam 100% they'll ask about the breakdown of glucose in various pathways, means also same, or oxidation of the glucose by in various methods is also same. Don't get confused. Okay, they're asking about aerobic and anaerobic respiration. In the presence of oxygen, in the absence of oxygen. In the presence of oxygen, what will happen? What will happen? The glucose will break down into pyruvate inside the cytoplasm. This first step is common for both aerobic respiration and the anaerobic respiration. Then presence of oxygen, the pyruvate, presence of oxygen inside the mitochondria, it will break down into carbon dioxide, water, and energy will be released. Around 38 ATP molecules of energy is synthesized in the aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, either you can take the example of the yeast or you can take the example of the muscle cells. Here they are taking the yeast. Again, first step is common. In the absence of oxygen inside the cytoplasm, glucose will break down into pyruvate or pyruvic acid, which is 3 carbon molecules, C3H6O4. So in the absence of oxygen, okay, inside cytoplasm only, pyruvate will further break down into ethanol, which is a 2 carbon compound, that is C2H5OH. Then carbon dioxide and energy will be released. Less amount of energy will be released, around 2 ATP molecules of the energy. Yes, clear? Understanding? Last. Very good. Now draw the diagram to show the structure of the nephron and label. Okay. Draw the diagram of nephron. Practice it. Very simple diagram. Yes, Bowman's capsule, and they are speaking about this one, glomerulus. Okay, you need to practice the diagram nephron properly. Okay, now next question, see here. Here what happened in this section, while copy pasting and all, one question is repeated. No problem. First, let us try to understand. And this is also a very important question. What is? Mention the events occurring during the photosynthesis in the plants. Events or steps involved in photosynthesis also same. Mention the events occurring during the photosynthesis. Both are same. Remember. One is absorption of the light energy by the chlorophyll. Why chlorophyll? Because chlorophyll will be having the unique structure of the magnesium ions, which can receive the photons coming from the radiation of the sun. That's the reason they are able to absorb. So absorption of the light or sunlight or light energy by the chlorophyll. Next one, conversion of the light energy into chemical energy. That chemical energy will help in splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen molecule. Then the addition of carbon dioxide takes place with the hydrogen, or the hydrogen add to the carbon dioxide. We call it as reduction of the carbon dioxide to the carbohydrate. Yes. The next question what they ask, what are the methods used by the plants to get rid of excretory waste? product. Okay, see here. Excess of water removed by the transpiration, and removal of oxygen to the stomata during photosynthesis also a waste product. That's what they're telling here. And carbon dioxide gas during the night time. Waste products are and the dead cells in the vacuoles by shedding the leaves or falling off the barks of the trees. Resins and gums get stored in the old xylem is also a waste product. Diffusing certain waste in the surrounding soil is kind of a waste product. Now again, while copy pasting, the 35th question is same as that of the 34. So what I can do here, you guys, to show you one question that most of the times they ask, that is the, okay, explain the double circulation. What is a necessity? Double circulation. What is double circulation? The blood flows across the heart twice to complete one cycle is called as double circulation. The blood flows across the heart twice to complete one cycle. One is pulmonary circulation, another one is the systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. This is heart, imagine, and these are the lungs, okay, and heart to all the parts of the body. Okay, so this is pulmonary circulation, this is systemic circulation. In short, I'm telling. So deoxygen blood from the heart will go to the lungs with the pulmonary artery. Which blood? Deoxygen blood. After oxygenation, pulmonary vein will carry the oxygenated blood back to the heart. This is called as pulmonary circulation. From the heart, oxygenated blood will go to all the parts of the body through the aorta or the artery. From all the parts of the body, deoxygen blood will come back to the heart through the vena cava. This circulation is called as systemic circulation. Or sometimes they'll ask what is the need of separation of the oxygenated and deoxygen blood. Why birds and mammals are called as warm-blooded animals? See, mammals and birds need more amount of energy to maintain a constant body temperature. They are in high in demand of the energy because they need to maintain constant body temperature. That's the reason they are called as warm-blooded animals, irrespective of the temperature outside. 10 degree, 50 degree, our human being's body inside only 37 degrees Celsius will be there always. To maintain that constant body temperature, they need to spend lot of amount of energy. If they want to produce more amount of energy, more amount of oxygen is required. If more amount of oxygen is required, then definitely there should be a separation of the flow of oxygenated blood and the deoxygenated blood. That's the reason heart is also made up of 4 chambers in order to keep oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood separate. This is also one of the 3 marks question. Is that clear, everyone? Yes, understood, right? Clear or not? Okay. Next one. Same question was repeated over here. That's the reason I told. And this 37, 36 questions repeated. You go across how the transportation of the water and food takes place with the help of the xylem and phloem. 36 question. It is by mistake it is pasted again. Same. I repeat how the transportation of the materials takes place with the help of the xylem and phloem. You need to go across that question. Now here comes the 15th main, that is 4 marks question, and last we have 5 marks question. Okay, now see here, 4 marks question, usually they come up the diagram. If they don't ask in 3 marks, they'll go for 4 marks and all. Okay, so 4 marks diagram of the human brain. Midbrain, pons is there, or they might ask you to label medulla or hindbrain or cerebrum, whatever. But mainly I feel cerebellum and cerebrum. Cerebellum, backside. Brum, the forebrain, the largest part. Midbrain, again medulla and pons. Remember that. Practice the brain diagram. I'll tell you that this diagram for the SA1 100% it's going to come. If not, you can unsubscribe my channel. If yes, till then you can subscribe. No, okay. Now time is around what 11:30, and we are solving the model question for especially for you guys. You don't have courtesy to just hit the like button, comment, share. Yes sir. Huh? Yes, they need to do. What to do? No option. Yes or no? So diagram remember. Then mention the role of the following enzymes in the human digestive system. Okay, this is very simple. Human digestive system they ask. If they ask only small intestine, we should mention about only what? Trypsin and lipase. Human digestive systems here. Mention the role of the following enzymes in the human digestion. Salivary amylase, pepsin. They only give. Salivary amylase, what it will do? Salivary amylase will break down the starch into simple sugars. Okay. Then pepsin will break down proteins into amino acids when the food is in acidic medium, where it takes place inside the stomach, this pepsin enzyme. Yes. Then lipase will break down fats into fatty acid and glycerol. One more they are not given, that is the trypsin. Again, it will break down proteins into amino acid when the food is in alkaline medium. Hope this is clear. Yes? Are you awake? What is the role of the acid in our stomach? Already we discussed that it will make the food acidic so that the pepsin can digest the proteins into amino acids. Yes? Then the last 5 marks question. 5 marks question, that is, they might, this exam, no, they might not ask this for 5 marks, but definitely this they'll ask for 2 marks or the 3 marks question. Keep that in mind. Most of we know, but we don't want to explain it properly. That's what the problem is. So what is happening? Let us slightly I'll brief and we'll complete this biology part. We know that there is a Bowman's capsule. Inside glomerulus is there. Okay, and we have proximal tube and the cannulated tubule. This is a loop of Henle. This is Bowman's capsule. This is a glomerulus. This is proximal cannulated tubule. This is distal cannulated tubule. So what happens? This is when the blood is flowing into the glomerulus. No, it will come out. It will go. Blood will go here and it will come out. So this efferent artery is smaller than the afferent artery. Lot of pressure is created. Because of that pressure, what are the inside the blood? Glucose, amino acid, urea, salt, and water will be there. They will go into they filter and they go into the Bowman's capsule. Blood cells will not go into the nephron or into the Bowman's capsule because their size is bigger than compared to that of the glucose, amino acid, water, and salts and all. When the filtrate is moving in the proximal tube, so this is glomerular filtration. So when the filtrate, that is glucose, amino acids, urea, okay, salt and water, when it is going across the proximal tube, useful components like glucose and amino acid is reabsorbed back into the blood. That is called as selective reabsorption. When the remaining filtrate like urea, salt and water is going across the loop of Henle, so osmoregulation will take place depending on the amount of nitrogenous waste generated and depending on the water will start moving from higher concentration towards the lower concentration. This is where the urine formation happens and it is collected inside the collecting duct. Step by step, you practice this answer without saying. At least one time. Still time is there, 1 or 2 times. Definitely 2 or 3 marks this question will appear. If not 5 marks. 5 marks, I don't think so they'll ask. But if ask at least 2 or 3 marks question, they are going to ask you. So here complete the chemistry and biology part. SA1, SSLC, SA1 midterm question paper. We have discussed a model question paper. One more question paper I am going to discuss. Please do follow my channel. I have posted 30 questions. Okay, 30 most expected questions. That is very, very important. Okay, go through across that also. Now we have completed chemistry and biology part, and for the physics part, my friend, my colleague, I invite him to just carry with the physics part of this particular SA1 model question paper. Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye. Thank you.
Hello students. Today I am here to discuss SA1 question paper physics part of science subject. So I am your Amit sir. Let us start these questions here. So first one, let us discuss multiple choice questions. The metal used in the filament of an electric bulb it is. So we know that in electric bulb maximum we are using what? Tungsten. They may ask you why tungsten only is used? Because of its high melting point. This you have to remember. And coming to next one, a device used to change the resistance in an electric current or circuit. So which is a device used means a rheostat will be used. Rheostat is a one material which we can variate water current. We can increase the current, we can decrease water current there. And which of the following coming to third question, which of the following is not a property of magnetic field is that? So first one, magnetic field lines are dense near the poles here. Okay, this is right. Second one, magnetic field lines are closed loops. That is also correct. And coming to last one, magnetic field lines are emerge from north pole and merge from what? South pole. And which one is wrong means magnetic field lines intersect each other. This one is wrong. We'll see here. And which is a wrong answer here means which is not a property of magnetic lines of fields means magnetic field lines intersect is wrong. So we'll discuss this one. Okay, here you can see here, this is, they will start from north pole, they will emerge from north pole and merge in water south pole. You can see here, they do not intersect each other, they will not water cross each other. This is not a property of water magnetic field. Okay, next coming to next question. Name the device that helps to maintain potential difference across a conductor. Okay, any conductor we want to maintain a potential difference means a battery is needed or cell is what needed. So that is that the device is what battery we call. And define 1 ohm. What is 1 ohm means? In any conductor, the potential difference between two endpoints is what? 1 volt, and in 1 volt it produces what? 1 ampere current. That only we call it as what? That is 1 ohm we are going to call them. Next question, suggest any two measures to avoid overloading of domestic circuits. So let us discuss first one. So we know that there will be live wire as well as neutral wire. They should not come in contact. This is first one. And second one, for one socket only too many appliances are connected. We are having in home, for mobiles we are having one socket will be there. For many appliances, if you are connected means that also is going to damage that. So this is overloading can be stopped by two ways. Next question. Draw the diagram indicates that field magnetic field around current carrying conductor is there. So in current carrying conductor means current carrying conductor. Okay, you can see here. So this, there is no need to draw your hand there. Okay, only just one line you have to draw and you have to circle. Okay, so you can see here, this also called as an right hand rule. Okay, right hand rule. right hand thumb rule we call, right hand thumb rule. Now it is, you can see here diagram. This thumb indicates what? Thumb indicates direction of the current, and this folded finger is there, no, it indicates what? Direction of the magnetic field, that is concentric circle. Suppose this, both the directions are very important here, this arrow mark and this arrow mark. Suppose if you draw upside, means a arrow mark will be changed. Okay, here the arrow mark will come and here this arrow mark will come. So this is important thing you have to remember while drawing this one. Next one, explain the working of principle of electric fuse is there. How electric fuse is going to work, that we are going to discuss here. So if a current larger than specified value, we know that in our home two types of current we are having. One is, if appliances are less, means 5 ampere current will be there. If appliances more, means a 15 ampere current will be there. For that sake, suppose if it is appliances in home we are taking 5 ampere, means if more than 5, suppose the current comes, means that fuse is going to break there. And what happens here, the overflow of current will be there and it breaks there, and it stops the damage of water electrical appliances in our home there. Next one, prove that equivalent resistors. Okay, this is very, very important here. Prove that equivalent resistors okay. So now this one I will show it here. This is one resistor is there. We'll take it as an R1. One more resistor I will take R2, and one more resistor I will take R3. Okay, you now ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ resistance in series ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So here R1 is one resistance ada, R2 ondada, R3 ondada. They have been connected end to end. They are called as what? Resistance in a series. RS we call resistance in a series. And here one more thing you have to remember here. In these resistors, voltage difference will be there. Ill voltage difference irtada, ill voltage difference irtada. Okay, sum of the voltage of each resistance will be equals to total voltage V will be there. Okay, so in series ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ voltage difference ಇರ್ತದ, current will remains the same. Okay, and here we know that V1 equals to IR1, potential difference is, current remains the same, resistances are different, correct? And V2 equals to IR2 and V3 equals to what? IR3. Or we can write here sum of the voltages will be equals to V equals to V1 plus V2 plus what? V3, so on. This I will take it as equation number 1, and this is what? Equation number 2, and third one I will take Ohm's law, V equals to IR will take. Okay, V equals to IR. From equation 1, 2 and 3 I will take. From equation 1, 2 and 3. Now V is there, no? V, total V equals to, I will write it, V equals to RI I will take. In place of RI I will take. First. Okay. IR I will take, and this one V1 plus V2, V1 is there, no? IR1 is there, and it is what? IR2, and this one is what? IR3. Okay, can we take I as a common here? If you take I as a common, means IR equals to what? I into bracket R1 plus R2 plus what? R3. So I will get cancel here. So that resistance in series will be equals to what? R1 plus R2 plus what? R3. This is a proof. Okay, so both are important here. In next question paper, we are going to discuss what that is reciprocal relation, resistance in what parallel. That we are going to discuss that. Okay. So what are the functions of an earth wire? It is necessary to connect that is electric appliances having metallic body to earth wire in domestic electric circuit. Why? Explain is that. So let us discuss what is the function of an earth wire. So in earth wire, what happens means this is used for safety measures for water. Appliances have metallic body in our homes. For example, refrigerator is there, it is having water metallic body. Okay. Second one, this provides a low resistance conducting path for current. Why it is having low resistance means for conducting path because the maximum extra flow of current will be there. No, it pass to earth. That's why it's having water low resistance conducting path for the current. And any leakage of current in the appliances keeps its potential to that to earth, and the user may not get water severe shock there. Means whatever the material is there or appliances there, it will be safe, and anybody touch also means they won't get water severe water electric shock it will get there. Coming to next question. According to Joule's law of heating, mention the factors on which heat produced in a resistor depends. According to this law, write the formula used to calculate water heat. So this one, we can easily remember this one. H equals to I square RT. I square RT. Means according to Joule's law, heat produced in an electric conductor is directly proportional to water square of the current, and directly proportional to its resistance, and directly proportional to water time. If more time, more resistance will be there. Okay. So this is an equation which we are going to use for water to calculate heat or Joule's law of heating that. Next one. How does the overload and short circuit occur in an electric circuit? Explain what is the function of the fuse during the situation. And mention two properties of magnetic fields of lines. Already I have discussed in a second multiple choice question there. And what is the answer for first one means overloading can occur when the live wire and neutral wire come in contact there. That is first one. And second one, this occurs when the insulation of wire is damaged or there is a fault in water appliances, when many electrical appliances are connected in one circuit, or either wire is damaged or come in contact with neutral wire and live wire there, and any appliances is water damaged. And in such a situation, the current in the circuit abruptly increases and the short circuit occurs. Means sudden increase in a current will be there. That's why this damage will not occur there. And the Joule's heating takes place in the fuse melts into break the electric circuits. Okay, whatever fuse wire will be there, no, it will be having low melting point. When suddenly high electricity is passed means that wire is going to melt and is shock the current further into the water circuit in our home there. Next one, properties of magnetic field lines. No two field lines are found to cross each other. They will not intersect each other. Okay, this is first one. The density of the magnetic field lines are more than in their poles. Density will be what? More in the poles, north pole and south poles. The magnetic field lines emerges from north pole and merge at water south pole. That also we have discussed. And inside the magnet, the direction of the field lines from south pole to water north pole. They may ask you for one more question. What is inside the magnet? How the field lines will be there? They will move from water south to north. In outside, they will emerge from north and they will merge at water south. And thus the magnetic field lines are water closed curve there. Coming to this 13th question is important here. 13th question. Okay. So this one is at 20 degrees Celsius it is. Okay, its mistake is there. And this one is water. This one is 10 to the power 12 ohm meter it is. This problem is completely related to water resistivity. Okay, resistivity depends on the factor we'll discuss later on. First, let us discuss this example here. Resistivity of a material A and B at 20 degrees Celsius are 1.60 into 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter is there. Okay, it is an unit. Ohm meter is a unit of what? Resistivity. And another one, B is what? 10 to the power 12. You must remember here, whichever material resistivity is there, no? It is 10 to the power minus 6 to 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. Ohm meter are very good conductor of electricity will be there. How this power goes on increases. Now it is what? 10 to the power plus 12 ohm meter is there. It is not a good conductor. It is a bad conductor of electricity. Actually, it is 10 to the power 12 ohm meter is of paper, dry paper. We know that dry paper is water, highly insulator. It is a bad conductor of water, electricity. And this 1.60 into 10 to the power minus 8, it is of silver. Silver is very good conductor of electricity. So highly it is used in very highly specified gadgets like supercomputers, laptops, and high value water of mobiles and all. They are going to use here. So in this, A is good conductor, B is water, bad conductor. Okay, this is one applicable question here. Next, coming to explain the following with reference to the magnetic field around the straight conductor carrying current. Okay, so this is one diagram there. Okay, so they are asking how the magnetic field lines will be there. It is a setup. In this setup, it is one straight conductor is there. Later on, conductor means we can pass the current in that. So it is a key and it is a source of water, energy. That is potential difference, battery. And this is an emitter which measures what? Current. And this is variable resistance. We can vary it. We can increase the current, we can decrease the current there. Okay. And here one cardboard is placed. How the cardboard is placed means current carrying conductor and the cardboard are what? Perpendicular to each other. When current is passed through this conductor, no, that time we are going to use iron foilings to put on that. That time what happens means the concentric circles will be formed. These concentric circles formed are there, no? They are called as an magnetic field lines we call. And these have direction. That I told no in the beginning. That direction upwards is there means they will move what? Anti-clockwise direction. Suppose it is direction is downwards means what? It is what? Clockwise direction, these magnetic field will be there. If we increase the strength means strength of the current, magnetic lines also what? Maximum strength will increase there. Okay, by variable resistance we can increase and decrease that. Okay, so this is how this system or this diagrams explains that how the magnetic field lines are formed there. Okay, so here first question arises that tracing the pattern of the magnetic field. Here tracing the pattern of the magnetic field means first you have to set up the instrument as I showed in the diagram there. Second one, some iron filings you have to drop there, and then close the key you have to put there. Okay, and gently you have to tap the cardboard, that is, and increase, second one, increase in the intensity of the magnetic field. If we change the intensity of the current, means if we maximize the current means using variable rheostat, the intensity of the magnetic field also changes. If we increase means it will increase, and if we decrease means what? It is going to decrease that. And coming to third one, reversing the direction of the current. What happens? I told you, once it is upside and once it is what? Downside. This thumb shows what? Direction of the current here. Reversing the direction of the current, if the direction of the current through the straight line wire is reverse the direction, magnetic field lines also what? Get reversed here. Okay, so this is all about so this is all about what? That is SA1 model question paper of physics.